What are some words you see on your worksheet that we need to talk about on that first page?
I'm assuming the M and then the angle is like measure and then angle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if it says the measurement of angle ABC, that little M, that's what that means, measurement of. And that's the symbol for angle right there. Got it? And there's another one, opposite rays. Do you know what that means?
No.
That means they form a straight line and they both start at the same place. One's going to the right and one's going to the left. So if this is A, B, C,
A, B, and then.
it's not A, B. You do the starting point, B, A, ray B, A, and ray B, C. Got it? Are opposite rays. There's one more word. Starts with a B. Look for it on that first page. Starts with a B.
Bisector?
Bisects or bisector, yes. What does that mean?
Something to do with two.
Yep, it cuts it in.
Oh, two.
To what?
Two halves.
Very good. It cuts in half. Ran out of real estate there. Once you have your problem down pat, you're going to read the directions to see if there's any information that's going to help you. And there is. Does anybody see what it is in the directions? QS. What does it say? QS.
Are opposite rays?
No, look it down below.
Bisect.
Bisects PQT. So I'm going to find PQT. There's my P, there's my Q, and there's my T. Here is PQT, right? But since QS bisects it, what does it do? It cuts it in half. So I can put one tick mark here and one tick mark here, okay? And I would draw your picture for each problem. Draw the same picture and put in the information. Information in the instructions goes for everybody. The information on each problem go to that problem, so you don't bleed over from one problem to the next. But the instructions go for everybody. So you understand? Mm-hmm. So now we have, let's see what they told us. Measurement of PQS. Start at P, go to Q, and go to S. And it's this little guy right here. It's 3x plus 13. And then measurement of SQT. Go from S to Q to T. And it's 6x minus 2. Does anybody see that? Well, what do we know about those two angles?
They're split in half.
They split in half, so what do we know about them?
And add them together.
That's a 13. 3x split.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do we know about them if that big angle is split in half?
They're equal to each other.
They're equal to each other. Okay. You're in front of the house again. You got to figure a way in. You don't have a key, right?
The back.
You've got to say to yourself, all right, what can I conclude from the information I'm given? They're big. Geometry is nothing but big puzzles. So I can go ahead and say that 6x minus 2 equals 3x plus 13. Everybody see that? And then we leave the x on the left. Now, when I see those two measurements, I put the bigger x on the left side of the equal sign. And then in my mind, this is me, you can do it your way, but in my mind I say all x's go to the left, all numbers go to the right, and you won't have to deal with negative x's, okay? If you put the big one on the left. It just is, it helps you not make silly mistakes. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And now we get 3x minus 2 equals 13, because these bite the dust. And I'm going to add 2 to both sides. 3x equals 15.
X equals 5.
Very good. So x equals 5. What did they ask me?
What's the measurement of PQC?
Yes. Now, in geometry, You guys are going to get the X. You're going to circle it. You're going to go have a snack. You're going to think you're done. All right? But you're not answering the question. If the question was, what is X? You are finished. But if the question is, what is the measurement of PQT? You've got to go and plug in that X somewhere and find it. You got it? So always make sure you know what you're looking for. What I do is on the picture, when I read the question, I put a question mark for that whole angle. Look at the green angle. That's the question they're asking me. And I don't know that yet. But if I plug in a 5 into here, what is 6 times 5?
30.
Minus 2?
28.
28. So this guy's 28. What do we know about this other guy? 3x plus 13.
28.
They're equal
Yeah.
because the angle is cut in half. So what do we know about the whole angle? How much does that measure?
56.
56. So measurement of angle PQT is 56 degrees. That is your answer. So the first thing I'm going to do is read the directions, and it says that BF bisects CBE, angle CBE, which means those two little angles are equal to each other. I put in my tick marks because now they're telling me that angle 3 measures 4x plus 10 and angle 4 measures 5x. So I know they're equal to each other, so I know how to get into the problem. That equals 4x plus 10. When you subtract 4, you get x equals 10. Okay? And the question says find angle 4. So I'm going to put my question mark right here so that I don't lose track of what I'm trying to find. They're not asking me for x, but I have to find x in order to find angle 4. So angle 4 is 5x and x is 10.
So 50. Yeah.
So 5 times 10 equals 50 degrees. So measurement of angle 4 equals 50 degrees. So far easy? What is the vertex of angle 4? Number
T.
1. T. That angle 4 takes a turn at T. That's all they want on that first section. So that's silly. Second section. Name the sides of each angle. Let's look at number 4 again. Angle number 5, which is angle 4. If I look at the picture and angle 4, let's just draw it here. Here's an S, a T, and a U, right? And angle 4 is right here. I'm just drawing the part of the picture I need. Got it? So, sides of an angle are rays. Sides of an angle are rays when it's an open angle like this. When it's a triangle, it's a little different. They're not rays, okay? They're just segments because they don't have arrows. But in here, we have arrows, which I didn't put on. So they're rays. How do you name the two sides of angle 4? Where do you start?
S.
At the elbow.
Oh,
Start at the elbow. So what are the two rays?
TS and TU.
TS and TU. Got it? Start at the elbow. That section's easy. Now number 9. Write another name for angle 3. Remember we talked about complicated angles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at angle 3 on your picture, you're looking at it?
Yes.
There's a lot of angles that converge on T. So you can't name it angle T in this case, okay? Because I don't know if you're talking about 4, 5, 3, or 5 and 3 combined. I don't know what you're talking about. So you need 3 letters.
WTU.
WT what?
U.
Nope.
V. WTV.
Angle WTV, because it goes from W, hits T, and then heads down south to V, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, what's another name?
TVW
Nope.
or
VTW.
VTW or VTW.
Very good. The elbow always has to be in the middle, but the other two can. So I would accept either one of these, and I'm assuming my answer key has two choices. Okay? Easy?
So for a test, you want to write both of them?
Nope. Only if I ask you for both. If I ask you for one, you give me one.
Alright, cool.
I just want you to know that your neighbor might have WTV and you might have VTW, and you're both right. We don't have to break the tie on that one. All right, now 3. We've got right, acute, obtuse.
Yeah.
What is the
Sounds familiar.
what do we know about a right angle?
90 degrees.
Measure 90 degrees. Yes.
Little boxy boy.
Or if you see a little box in the picture, that also means that they're 90 degree. Or if they tell you, let's make this ABC. If they tell you that AB is perpendicular to BC, you can conclude that it forms a right angle. So there's 3 ways to conclude that it's a right angle, okay? Acute. What do we know about acute angles?
It's below 90 degrees.
Measure is less than 90 degrees, okay? 89.9 is an acute angle. The way I remember it, a cute little angle. They're the little ones, okay? And obtuse, what word does that make you sound?
Obese.
Obese. It's a fat angle. So what do we know about obtuse triangle angles?
Greater than 90.
Bigger than 90. Measurement
No
is
pressure.
bigger than 90. Now it says to use a protractor, but you don't need one. You can answer these questions without that, okay? And then the bottom 2 are just like we did earlier with that picture.